why did Donald Trump make these picks, and why release the names now? Senior policy advisor to the Donald Trump campaign, Stephen Miller, goes on the record. Good evening, sir.
Hey, great to be here.
Okay, so who actually put this list together? Did Donald Trump sit down in a room and put this list together with anybody?
Well, this list started getting put together actually right after the very unfortunate and timely passing of Justice Scalia. And you may remember in that debate, Donald Trump named the first two names, or two of the names that you see on that list, Judge Pryor and Judge Sykes. And he began directing, at that very moment in time, a process for a nationwide search to find the best pro-Constitution judges in the country as a guide for what kind of judge he'd pick, so we don't repeat some of the mistakes of the past we've seen with Republican presidents who've chosen judges with thin records, not well known, not a lot of case history, and then we've gotten some pretty terrible surprises.
All right. Now, obviously, everyone's consumed with the Texas Supreme Court Justice Willett, who has tweeted. I mean, he's not as active as Donald Trump on Twitter, but he's quite active on Twitter. Any problems with his tweets? Was that part of the vet? Have you thought about that?
I think that what makes this list so special is the rigorousness with which the decisions were made solely and exclusively based upon what these records show about fidelity to the Constitution of the United States and a judicial philosophy that is restrained and that avoids lawmaking from the bench.
Okay. The list is actually quite extensive. Has he met with any of these people?
Well, the way that you do something like this is you want to look at the public record. This is not about interrogating individuals personally about what they believe. Again, this is a list where we don't have to have a secret conversation with somebody and say, hey, between me and you, what do you believe? These people have long, public, reviewable records. So we're not going to get a surprise like we got with Justice Roberts, or a surprise like we got with Justice Kennedy, or like Justice Souter. The whole point of this list is that we're saying, look at these records, American people, give us your feedback, let's have a conversation about what kind of judge we want, and let's not do the surprise selection that has hurt us so much in the past.
You know, it's sort of interesting, though, he sort of is a populist figure, and he's going very conventional. I mean, all these people have gone to the fancy law schools and had been on the U.S. Court of Appeals or the Court of Appeals. Why is he reaching down just to find sort of, like the regular lawyer or professor or somebody who's actually represented people in landlord-tenant court or done sort of the more hands-on representation?
Well, I would just say, again, and not to be repetitive, but I think the point of this list was to choose people with long, verifiable, reviewable records on the court, standing up for the rule of law, standing up for American citizens whose rights have been violated, and again, not trying to do what we've done in the past to try and find some kind of not very well-known person and then be surprised later. But as far as populism is concerned, there is nothing more populist than the rule of law, because the rule of law always protects the rights of people against the elites.
Sometime you and I need to have a discussion on if that's so, is that why the Fourth Amendment has gotten so many exceptions written by so many conservative justices in the Supreme Court. If that's not activism or rewriting the Constitution, I don't know what is.
We're going to stand up for the rule of law, and we're going to bring crime down, and we're going to protect American families.
Anyway, it's very nice to see you, sir.
Thank you.